Hello, this is Lolly. Today I wanted to share how I'm storing my buttons, and I realize it's actually, for me, it's a broad category because I have my sewing buttons, which started off, this is a big can, I hope you can see this. It started off as my mother's buttons from her button box that I used to play in as a child. I loved dumping her buttons out and playing in them. And some of these, like the first one I picked up, were actually something my mother used to wear. That was from one of her bathrobes. So it really has some of these and this one. They hold a lot of memory for me. So every time that, if I have clothing that I'm getting rid of, I would go through and take the buttons off if it was a piece of clothing that was not even good enough to hand down to a thrift store. Otherwise, I would give the garment with the buttons to Goodwill or whatever. But if I was going to maybe use the fabric on a shirt for sewing and for scraps, then I would take the buttons off and put them in here. So it just kept growing through the years, and it's pretty big. Look at this one. But I do, you know, if a shirt loses a button, this is the first place I go to find a button for that. And you notice none of these are shank button, and a shank button is the ones that have the loop on the back, so that they sew lifted up off the garment. So those ones are in a separate container. Hold on. Okay, so this one has shank buttons in there loose, and it also has sets of buttons. Oh, these are craft buttons, meaning if I have a whole set like this. So if I have something, a project, and I need matching buttons, I would look in here first. And the other thing that's in here is, like when I buy a shirt or a skirt or something, and it comes with a replacement button, then I stick those in here as well. So that's where I would look first. So I need to put these into my craft buttons. Okay, and the next place, speaking of craft buttons, is this. We had our neighborhood garage sale, and I picked up this, which is a spinning spice rack, and it holds 2 layers of those. So I realized with the camera angle it's hard to see. So I started playing around and dividing my buttons up. I've got white. These are flowers. These are some kind of strange shapes. I have to figure out what to do with those. Also strange shapes. I could kind of combine those two together. These are the off-whites. I think these are the blush pink. Green, and when I bought these are so brilliant. I bought these from Tuesday Morning thinking they were just buttons, and when I dumped them in there I realized there's buttons, sequins, and seed beads all mixed together. And these are the ultra tiny ones. Look how small those are. Great for when you want to glue a teddy bear, buttons on a teddy bear. Again, it's a mix match. These are mostly like bone ones and a few extra red ones I came across. I realize I don't have many red craft buttons. Hot pink, lavender, my yellows, blue, these are peach, and some, it's kind of they're green, but they're almost like a light turquoise green. These are like teal here, and these are kind of almost like a sage green, and the pastel pink and the brown. And believe it or not, I also have a container with over large craft buttons, and a container with wooden buttons. So those are just glass jars that are sitting around. So this spice rack I got from, like I said, at the garage sale. Neighbor had it outside listed for $2. So for $2 it's been a great thing. They don't hold that much is one problem though. So sometimes I have some overflow in other areas. But all in all, I'm really happy with it, and I can reach these now and see what I'm looking for. So I'm thrilled. So thank you so much for watching.